Hey guys, it's Silent Shadow here, bringing you another video. And in this one, this is part of the new stuff that I was talking about that's going to be extra content. I'm bringing you a World of Warcraft level 90 Enhancement Shaman review and guide. You'll be able to see my DPS, but just know, on an Enhancement Shaman, what it seems to be, because I've rated a lot with this one, is that your gear is your DPS is much worse outside of a raid. And I know that makes sense because there's raid buffs and everything, but outside of a raid, I can barely get maybe, say, 3k DPS, but in a raid, I get top 5 every time because I average about 7-9k DPS, or 7 to 9k DPS. And in a second here, I'll let you guys see my gear and whatnot. So, just give me a little minute. Come on, computer! Okay. So, as you can see, I do have a lot of gear. This is the boost that I got to 90 for pre-ordering Draenor. I have a lot of Siege Vorgamar gear, but none of it's upgraded. Just have what are they called? Sockets. Well, I'll go a little slower. So I have Harum's Horrifying Helm, which is really good. Immersis' Crystalline Eye. Quarantine's Shoulder Guards. This you get from the level 90 boosting quest line. The Wildfire Cloak. Then I have the Curious of Celestial Harmony. It's a really good chest. Then I have some Elder Bracers. I have Crimson Scale Bracers of the Storm Blast. Then these are the weapons you get for boosting. You get all 483 gear. I have 2 of those. The Stream Talker's Talon. Precision Cutters. The Precision Cutter hands or gloves. Crimson Scale Belt of the Wind Flurry Waist. Leggings of the Unbashed Angered Legs. Puddle Punishers. Swift Serpent Singlet. Seal of Ghoulish Glee. Assurance of Consequence. And Harum's Talisman. So I actually have 2 things from that Harum dude. Didn't even notice that. This video will also be a guide. So if you're wondering how you should set up your talents for maximum DPS, here you go now. Feel free to pause the video and look at the talents. These are the recommended talents by very many websites that will give you the highest DPS possible. So I'll just give you a second here to look. Alright, we should be good. Now, I haven't done anything with glyphs aside from the ones that they give you. But out of all the ones they give you, I recommend using the glyph of Flame Shock and the glyph of Lightning Shock. Because the Frost Shock one, honestly, isn't that helpful. Well, I'm not going to say that's not helpful, because that's a lie. It's just Flame Shock is better in most situations. And I know I can fit another one, but I'm actually going to go buy a major glyph in a little bit. So, now I'm going to show you, go to the Timeless Isle to show you guys DPS. And I'll be doing that in 1 second, so I'll see you guys in a minute. Bye! Hey guys, I'm back. We've reached the Timeless Isle. I thought I'd start it a little bit earlier than I was going to because beforehand you need to know your attack rotation. In Rage, it's really important for you to use this rotation because otherwise your DPS will be significantly lower. This is by far the best rotation. But before we get to that, things that you need to know. You have a passive which shows up as like little lightning bolts here, 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 and here. And the more you have, the less of a cooldown or the less casting time on any of your nature spells. So like Lightning Bolt, Chain Heal, Healing Rain, or Healing Surge. Hey, those are rare. Hold on, now I gotta go fight this rare with like 1,000 people, because where is our love? Hey, where is he? Anyway. And another thing you need to know, your flame shock. If you're engaging in multiple enemies, so I'm gonna go with honestly like 3 or more. So you know, kind of a bigger fight. Open up with flame shock, and then use lava lash. Because what that allows you to do is spread your flame shock to all of them, so you can combo up with that and do massive damage. Here you're gonna see me get started. It takes a little bit to get all your damage up, but once you do it, you can just kind of go in. Dear God, like look at my DPS. I don't even have like near best in slot. I would consider that good. With raid buffs, I start off 12k when I use that. When I use that, oh, well now it's really low, but you saw what it was in the fight. During raid bosses, when I use that combo, since we have all the buffs and stuff, I have 12k DPS, and I am always top on the chart for most of the time. I'm always number 1 on the chart. That's the importance of your rotation. Without it, I'm gonna go attack something in a second here. You'll see how much significantly lower my DPS is. I will struggle to get, see, 8k, that's what it was, I think, right? And raid bosses, that'd be like 12 because of all the buffs. 4k extra, just from buffs. That's amazing. But I'm going to reset the data and set it for current fight. And I'm gonna go fight a frog. If you have any 90s, you should know this place. And look how much significantly lower my DPS is without using that. And as you can see, to use this whole thing again, including the heroism bonus, it's a 5-minute wait. But usually, even without that, you have the 2-minute wait for ascendance and all that, and your DPS will only be lower by a few hundred. So I'm gonna grab a frog and look at my DPS and how much lower it is. And look how much I struggle with one of these, just without using the combo. On this class, see right there's the thing I was talking about, the lightning bolt. Your combo is your DPS. Look at that. That is terrible DPS outside of like your combos. But honestly, if you're looking for a class that does really high damage and is really good in raids, you have come to the right class. And look, I have my little stone elemental, and I can put this down, and my DPS goes up a pretty good amount, I would say. At least it should. Your DPS really depends on you critting a lot in this. That's why I have a lot of critical strike. Oh, I have a frog on me, and I stopped attacking things. Why did I do that? See, look, near 3k DPS. Outside of combat. That's about the best I can do outside of like using the combo. That is about the best to your ability. So if you're really looking for a good raid class, Enhancement Shaman is amazing. For raid bosses, I would say they have an average DPS at like full 528 of Near Elemental, which is currently their highest DPS one. But I don't like Elemental nearly as much as I do Enhancement. I don't think it's as fun. But if you like Elemental, congratulations. I just find Enhancement much more fun. Some passives to know is your Ancestral Guardian, which is a talent. Once you do it, I forgot to mention this, the reason you get that, all your damage is converted, 20% of your damage is converted into healing. Now, where's another passive? Oh, Totemic Projection is probably the most helpful one out of Totem. This one where you get the same totem. That's really situational. But Call of the Elements is the worst. These two are the best, but I'd say Totemic Projection is the best. A passive Reincarnation, once, I think it's every 20 minutes or like 15 minutes or something, you can revive yourself upon death with 20% health and mana. Primus Elemental makes your minions, those guys like the Elemental as someone, do 80% more damage, and it gives them extra abilities. That's why you do that one. This is now passive. You can no longer imbue your weapons, which I didn't know because I just got back into the game. But that's still cool, I guess. And then Grace and then Flurry is melee haste effects, lower global cooldowns, and that's really good. Then Grace of Ares, you get a haste bonus. And that's really all the passives. You don't have too many. Totems to know in fights. In large group fights, I would say to use your magma totem as much as possible. I'll show you why it's helpful. I'll pull 4 of these stalkers. It is honestly your biggest AoE. So you want to combo with that, Earth Grab Totem, and Capacitor, and what'll happen is it'll do massive damage to all of them. And as you can see, I'm kind of being stupid and taking a lot of damage, but I'm just showing you how it plays. And see if oh wow, that's actually really lucky for me to drop because I'm leveling up a lock right now. But anyway, as you can see, your combos really do, your DPS really does rely on your combos. So here I won't use the haste thing, but I'll use everything else, and we'll see the difference of DPS. Oh goddamn, I did use the haste thing. I'm a retard. That's fine. As you can see, you just kinda, see, your DPS really depends on you critting, and I didn't try very hard there, I was just trying to go for the kill. But like, if you try to use your combos and stuff really well, and you try to do good damage, you will do like 8-9k very easily in DPS with still a few greens. Now, if I had full siege gear, I think I would be doing 9-10k DPS easily. But I hope this guide helped, and if there's anything more you want me to cover or you have any questions, put them in the comments, and I'll answer it for you. But if you're deciding what class that you should make for an enhancement chamois, in my honest opinion, I would say either a Draenei, a human, or a dwarf if they can be. I'm thinking of just passives that would be good with them. And if you're horde, I would say a Tauren, because I'm fairly certain they can be. An Orc, because their passive would be really helpful for DPS. So yeah, if you're horde, I would recommend an Orc chamois, because of their passive will raise your DPS a lot at level 90. Or what passive would be really good if they can even get it? God. I guess a troll, because I think you get increased haste or something from trolls passive or something like that. I have a book of it, and whatever. I remember trolls have a passive that'd be good for chamois. So those 6 are the ideal races for chamois. They might be the only 6. So if it's that, I would recommend either a Draenei or an Orc. That's been all for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.